The hard work and dedication it takes to make it to the top level at a major sport is astounding. So imagine having the talent and perseverance to play more than one professionally. Today at HBD Sports, we have a special video about 3 of the best two-sport athletes the world has ever seen. A small percentage of the population is actually talented enough to play Division I athletics. An even smaller amount of athletes are talented enough to play multiple sports. Of those, an even smaller group are considered generational talents. Players like Julius Peppers, Charlie Ward, and John Elway were all prospects in multiple sports. Most recently, we've seen Tim Tebow develop into a professional baseball player after spending several seasons playing quarterback in the NFL. Over the past 75 years, the list of two-sport athletes is impressive. Names like Tom Glavine, Jim Brown, and Russell Wilson won't be too hard to find while researching this topic. Reading about the legendary careers of these players has been fascinating, but there were 3 names that I kept coming back to: Bo, Deion, and Kyler. To me, the reason was simple. Bo Jackson and Deion Sanders had the ability and, most importantly, the desire to dominate multiple professional sports. The final athlete of the trio is a potential star in the making in multiple sports and will have plenty of decisions to make over the next several years. We'll get to Kyler soon enough, but for now, let's go back to 1982. Bo Jackson was a senior in high school and had the toughest decision of his life to make. The New York Yankees had just selected Jackson in the second round of the 1982 baseball draft. Sounds amazing, right? Not so fast. Jackson had promised his mother he would be the first in his family to attend a major college. So the 18-year-old Jackson did what not many would do when he decided to attend Auburn University as a two-sport athlete. Fast forward to 1985, and Jackson, now a senior, is setting the college football world on fire. Jackson was not only the best running back in the nation, but he was the best football player in the nation, and he was awarded the Heisman Trophy at season's end. Jackson was so impressive that he was selected by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with the number 1 overall selection in the 1986 NFL Draft. After refusing to play for the Tampa Bay Bucs, Jackson would re-enter the NFL Draft the following season and would finally debut for the Los Angeles Raiders. While the Buccaneers were scrambling after the draft debacle, Major League Baseball's Kansas City Royals were busy signing Jackson after selecting him with the 105th overall selection. Jackson would go on to leave his mark on both sports before he had a career-altering injury in 1989. After the injury, Jackson was able to play, but was never the same. Had he remained healthy, it's possible that he would have finished among the greats in both sports, but his athletic prowess and career are nothing short of remarkable. Bo Jackson is a two-sport legend, and his name speaks for itself. And while Bo was busy winning the Heisman, another young star was spurning Major League Baseball for a major college. Deion Sanders was an absolute sports junkie and would go on to play 3 sports at the prestigious Florida State University. In addition to baseball and football, Sanders was also a star on the track team. Just to give you an idea of Sanders' dedication, he once played 2 baseball games and ran a leg of a 4x100 relay on the same day. Sanders would flourish on the gridiron, and he was named an All-American cornerback at the conclusion of both the 1987 and 88 seasons. The Falcons would go on to select Sanders with the 5th overall pick in the 1989 NFL Draft. By 1990, Sanders had also signed with and successfully made the opening day roster for the New York Yankees. Sanders would go on to play for over a decade, and he achieved massive success on the diamond and gridiron. His body of work speaks for itself, but a couple of notable achievements stand out. Sanders is the only man to have hit a home run and score a touchdown in the same week. And, more impressively, he's the only athlete to ever play in a World Series and a Super Bowl. Since Sanders' retirement in 2004, there have been a handful of notable two-sport athletes, but none of them chose to pursue multiple sports professionally. 15 years later, a speedy athlete from Bedford, Texas could reopen Pandora's box. In 2014, as a senior at Allen High School, Kyler Murray was the first player ever selected to play in the Under Armour All-American game in both football and baseball. A familiar story unfolds from here as Murray opted out of the Major League Baseball draft to attend Texas A&M University. Murray would later transfer to Oklahoma. By 2017 at Oklahoma, Murray was shining on the baseball diamond, but in football he was sitting second on the depth chart behind 2017 Heisman winning quarterback Baker Mayfield. The Oakland Athletics would select Murray with the 9th overall pick of the 2018 baseball draft. Murray now had a tough decision of his own to make. He decided to place his multi-million-dollar baseball contract on hold. He wanted to show the world his abilities on the football field. With Baker Mayfield moving on to the NFL, the Sooners' offense was Murray's to command, and he went on to put up record numbers in one of the nation's most exciting offenses. By the time the dust settled, Murray was standing as the best player in the nation. He was awarded with the 2018 Heisman Trophy at season's end. Murray decided to enter his name in the NFL draft, where he's projected among the top selections. So we've come full circle in this video, and another young athlete has decisions to make. Where will Kyler Murray's name be in sports lore when his career is said and done? Right now, nobody knows, but not many can say they have dominated multiple professional sports at the same time. So I guess only one question remains. Will there ever be a Deion and Kyler?